you never know what can happen on any given day out here.
It's going to be tough. I'm going to have to rip through the crowd. It's going to get gnarly and really hairy and nasty.
Run what we can run for the championship. That's our plan. We're going for the championship. Go for it all.
Well, I think anytime you win the National Drivers' Championship, it's you definitely have some sort of target on your back.
There is no layback strategy tomorrow. We are going for broke. We have nothing to lose. I mean, there's other tough guys out there. We have nothing to lose. We're going to go for it. We want to win.
Some of the most competitive racing in the country goes down right here, and you can say you're the king of it right now.
That's what we come for. We come to win, and we don't care about money or points or anything else. We care about trophies.
It'll be the 9th event of 16 here in 2012 for the JEGS All-Star Tour. We are at the world's fastest quarter-mile high-banked oval here at Anderson Speedway. Now, if you go back 1 year ago, it was the '88 Trent Snyder, the car right behind me, that picked up the win. Since then, a total of 19 events for the JEGS All-Star Tour with 12 different winners. A very competitive series and 100 laps on tap and big money here tonight. It's going to be just as fun to watch them at Anderson.
Thanks, Rob. We welcome everyone to the JEGS CRA All Star Tour Anderson 100 presented by GM Performance Parts. We've got a very, very full grid coming up. We'll take a look at the starting lineup in just a few moments, but right now let's find out what the difference is between these cars and the Super Series cars.
The main difference is motor. The basic car itself is the same between the two. The JEGS Tour cars come with a crate motor. It's either a Ford sealed motor or Chevrolet sealed motor, about 400, 425 horsepower. The ARCA CRA All Star cars are just a variety of motors, but the average is probably about 625 horsepower. You have 9-to-1, steelhead, different types. You're talking basically about 200 horsepower difference between them.
A really, really nice crowd on hand here at Anderson Speedway, which has 360-degree seating all the way around this venue for up to 10,000 people. Tom Wooden is on the pole in the 72. Jared Foley outside row number 1 in the 04 car. Now Trent Snyder is last year's winner in the 88 car. He starts inside row number 2 alongside Wes Griffith Jr. Row 3 is Josh Nelms in the 11 car and Anderson Bowen in the 29 as we now get a signal from the flag man saying we've got 2 laps left to go green. Row 4 is Daniel Hemric in the 54 and Brent Downey in the number 25 car. Row 5 is Tommy Cook and Cody Coughlin. And you're looking at a straightaway that has a 6 or 8 degree banking and corners now here at Anderson with 17 degrees of banking. Row 6, Keith Sturkowitz and Brandon Hermiller. In row number 7, it's Brian Royalty in the 24 car and Ali Kern in the 28. And that takes us to the final row. Number 8 is Chad Finley in the 42 and Jordan Miller in the 40. Now look on the left side of your screen. You just saw the pace car pull off, and that means the field will tighten up and look for a green flag this time around. A lot of contact as the green flag falls coming out of turn 4, and the 72 of Tom Wooden is trying to hang on. Jared Foley in the 04 on the outside, and he is going to have his hands full through turns 3 and 4. Anderson Speedway favors the inside. If you can get a nose underneath your competitor, it's awfully, awfully tough for them to hold you off if you're on the inside. There comes the 88. That's Trent Snyder now moving into second position. So that will bump the 04 car of Jared Foley back to third place. In fact, he's had contact. He has had some contact. Now, I don't think there's anything that Foley did wrong there. I think he got some help and got bumped up the track. Now let's look at Foley from the inside of Daniel Hemric's number 54 car. Hemric, by the way, is your points leader, and Rob Klepper had an opportunity to sit down and talk with him about his run in this series.
The hottest driver with the JEGS All-Stars Tour this year, winning 3 in a row, coming into Anderson Speedway, 5 overall, your current point leader, Daniel Hemric. Hey, first of all, congratulations up to this point. What do we expect here tonight at Anderson Speedway?
Same thing as all year. Came out here for one reason, just hopefully contend for wins and be up front at the end of the night, and so far that's what we've been able to do this year.
A lot of tracks that you've won at this year, you've seen for the first time. Anderson tonight, this track being one of them. I know you guys did test here. What did you learn, and what do you expect in tonight's race?
It's really a unique place. I've heard of, looked back at a lot of stuff, watched a lot of clips from races in the past with a lot of people I've known that ran in them. It's really tight. You got people that usually run good, but the key to the whole deal is track position. And hopefully we can, get enough laps on the track here early in the sun and put us in good position for qualifying and hopefully a good spot for the racing.
So Daniel Hemric will keep an eye out for him in the number 54 car. But right now we have an incredible battle going on up front as last year's winner Trent Snyder in the 88 slips underneath the 72 of Tom Wooden, who had held the lead since the outset. He was your pole sitter. So Trent Snyder will take over point, and he is sure to have a challenge coming up very quickly here in just a few moments at Anderson Speedway. We'll be back with more from the JEGS CRA All Star Tour Anderson 100 in just a moment.
This is Titan 1-4. No signs of life.
Titan 1-4, hold your position.
What do you got?
Unmanned aircraft is identifying enemy sniper.
Copy that. Let's move. Thanks, Reaper 1-1. We got it from here. Sensors coming off target.
Learn more at airforce.com.
The JEGS CRA All Star Tour Anderson 100 is brought to you by McGonigal Engine Performance and Bochette Timepieces, bochette-timepieces.com. Welcome back to Anderson Speedway. 17 degrees of banking and a quarter-mile of asphalt just north of Indianapolis, Indiana, where the 88 of Trent Snyder is pretty much checked out on everybody after passing Tom Wooden in the 72 for the lead just a few minutes ago. And now you're looking at the 29. That's driven by Anderson Bowen. By the way, that kid is 14 years old, and Rob had a chance to speak with him.
Currently leading the Rookie of the Year standings with the JEGS CRA All Stars Tour. Also second in series points, 14-year-old Anderson Bowen. Coming out of quarter midgets up into stock cars, man. But how did you originally get started in auto racing?
I originally got started, I've always liked adventurous sports. I always liked riding motocross, and originally I wanted to race motocross, but my dad and my parents wouldn't let me, so we went over to the local quarter midget track by our house, and we saw the nationals there. I was really excited, and I actually thought I really wanted to do this for a career when I get older.
Coming out of quarter midgets and then up into these cars, what's the most difficult part about driving one of these stock cars?
Just changing from go-karts to come up here, you know, you get a bigger car, shifting gears is just a bigger feeling and a lot more horsepower than I've been used to.
All right, well, good luck here tonight, buddy.
Thank you.
We've been watching Anderson and a couple of other guys here trying to work their way around the 04 car of Jared Foley, who's on the outside at the top of your screen right there, having a hard time hanging on. There goes Anderson Bowen, by the way, in the 29. He's now worked his way solidly into the top 5, and also the 54 is in there as well. That's Daniel Hemric, who's the points leader in the series. So far, Tom Wooden still holding down second place behind your leader, Wes Griffith Jr. in the 33 car. And now you're on board with the number 8 of Tommy Cook, who, by the way, is running both of the major CRA series. And we had a chance to talk with him earlier in the day. Rob?
One of the cars to watch here tonight, Tommy Cook from up north in Fort Wayne, Indiana, the 08. But you're going to do a lot of racing. Not only are you going to run the JEGS All-Star Tour, Sportsman Division here at Anderson, and then the Redbud 300.
Yeah, we've drank a lot of water this week getting ready for this one. Done a lot of training, a lot of resting, just to prepare for this weekend.
Last year started 20th with the JEGS All-Star Tour. The only visit here at Anderson Speedway, raced up to 11th. You know, we call this a tight little quarter-mile high bank. Obviously, you can get to the front. What's the plan here tonight?
Well, hopefully qualify a lot better. When we were here last year, we didn't get, here time to qualify, so we had to start at the tail. This year, we're hoping to qualify better. We're going to practice only on the outside. We're really not worried about qualifying. It's mainly getting ready to, for the race and a lot of passing.
Yeah, 100 laps here tonight. Is it hard to go to that outside groove? Can you get your car to turn real well up there?
It depends on the track. I'm hoping that it stays cool like this. Then there will be an outside groove. but you won't see very many cars up there. That's why I practice on the outside, because usually there's no one else up there. And if you can get, you know, the forward drive off the corner, you'll be great here on the outside.
That's the 33 of Wes Griffith Jr. fighting for his spot in the lineup here, and he's getting bumped just a little bit. You know, that's kind of the way to get around people on these short tracks, and especially on an inside groove like Anderson Speedway. And by the way, we're looking again at Trent Snyder, who's your leader. But it's not a very nice and not a very clean move, but a lot of times that's the way you see people get around somebody else. They come up on a car that's slower, and they just nudge them from behind just enough to loosen the car up. You don't want to spin them out. You don't want to get a penalty from the series or anything like that, but just enough to get the back end of the car loose, and you can slide right in underneath them. And that's an easy way to get around people. But look at that. We've got somebody in the wall up in turn. That's turn number 3, right between 3 and 4. And that looks to me like the 33 car. It is. That is Wes Griffith Jr. He started on the outside of row 2. And I'm guessing he is done for the night. Look at the front right tire on that. We're going to find out what happened to that car a little bit later. But right now, that brings us to a full course yellow, and it's an opportunity to take a long, close look at this speedway.
The Anderson Speedway here in beautiful Anderson, Indiana, celebrating 64 years of competition, the world's fastest high bank quarter-mile oval. A lot of speed here tonight that we're going to see on the racetrack. But the coolest thing about this racetrack is the seating. 10,000 seats available, and it starts right there with the VIP suites. You want to sit on the front straightaway? Hey, pick a seat because you can see the entire racetrack. Over there, the pit stands, turns 3 and 4. Nice high seats. The back straightaway by the concession stand, you can sit there too if you want. And of course, turns 1 and 2. Up by the Jumbotron, you see a lot of great racing action here at Anderson Speedway, one of the fastest little racetracks in the country. And tonight, Stephen, it's going to be fun.
Rob, see those grandstands up in your upper left-hand corner of your screen? That is in turn number 4. I like to sit about 2 rows from the top. You can see the entire racetrack. Fantastic seating here at Anderson. Back in just a minute.
Looking for high performance? When you want high performance, there's only one place to go. JEGS.com. Easy to use. Get it quick. To your door delivery. JEGS.com has the largest selection of high-performance automotive parts on the web. When you need high performance, JEGS.com has the part you want, when you want it, at the price you want to pay. Want performance? You've got it. JEGS.com.
The JEGS CRA All Star Tour Anderson 100 is brought to you by McGonigal Engine Performance and Bochette, high-grade, quality-made timepieces, bochette-timepieces.com. Welcome back to Anderson Speedway. We are still under yellow, and that's got to be kind of rough on Trent Snyder in the 88 car, who saw an enormous lead just get wiped away. There's the 52 car. That's Keith Sturkowitz. He apparently is out of the action as well. And we've also seen another guy. In fact, it's Brandon Hermiller a couple of minutes ago. Let's see if we can catch him on the infield. There he is. That's the number 6 car, and he is also out of the event. Let's check in now with Rob Klepper.
And Stephen, catching up with Keith Sturkowitz. We don't see a lot with this tour, but what put you out early, bud?
We ran out of power steering in the wreck. Wreck won't let it turn in the center of the corner. So it's just locking up in the center.
So with the caution coming out, just decided to pull off?
Yeah, pull off. I'm going to save myself. I'm not going to sit there and trying to muscle the car around for the other 50 laps. I got a 100 lapper, and I made a little mistake in qualifying on the other car, and I want to come back and go to the front in the other car.
For the fans that may not know, just how difficult is it to drive one of these cars without power steering?
Oh man, it's take about 50 pounds to turn it about 100 times every time you turn in the corner.
All right, tough break for the 52 as he is out here tonight. Stephen?
Thanks, Rob. You know, you have no chance for the driver's shoulders and arms to rest with no power steering. The 88 of Trent Snyder will take us back to green flag racing on the outside of row 3 in 6th position right now. It's Cody Coughlin. We were tooling around on pit road today, and we ran across his dad, John Coughlin, who is also with JEGS, who's one of the sponsors of this series and this particular event. We thought, hey, what a great chance to talk to him and ask him, why did you put your son in this series?
We thought it would just be a natural because that's the first class that we wanted Cody and thought Cody should be racing in. So the whole thing with JEGS and CRA has just been really, really good. It's introduced us to a lot of new customers, a lot of new people. You know, we knew everybody in drag racing, and now we're getting to know people in the circle track market. It's been a lot of fun.
Having your son out there on the racetrack, what's that like for you, going in a circle as opposed to going straight?
I like it. You know, I really wasn't sure whether I was going to miss the racing and the rush, but I actually get the same rush watching him do good and watching him when we don't do so good. You know, I have the same highs and lows, and it fills that void for me, and it's really been fun.
So we're watching a great battle in the top 5 right now from our onboard cameras, and lo and behold, we've got a caution out. I'm not sure what it is yet, but we have a caution that's going to bring everything to a halt, and it's going to bunch up the field again, just as Trent Snyder was trying to find a way around everybody and to breathe on things again a little bit, Rob.
Well, Stephen, you can see caution coming out for the second time here tonight in the Anderson 100. Looks like debris down in turn number 1, so that will stack it up once again. But I got to tell you, my friend, Trent Snyder looking very fast, has checked out from the rest of the field. How about the one of Cody Coughlin looking for his first top 5 of the season in that JEGS number 1. He started on the front row twice this year, but again, still looking for that first top 5. 75 in the books, 25 to go. It's going to get wild here at Anderson.
Okay, Rob, he's got to do it again. Trent Snyder keeps trying to find some breathing room. He can't do it. The yellows keep coming out. On the outside is the 11 car of Josh Nelms, and it's going to be interesting to see if he's got something for these guys, because, you know, the 88 of Trent Snyder has pretty much been unchallenged. And look how far Nelms goes to the outside, almost brushing the outside wall, and that gives the 54 car a chance to slip by. That's Daniel Hemric. He's won 3 races in a row, and I want to put you on board with him. Just sit back and watch him race. Boy, he is driving that really hard and low on the racetrack to try to find a way around the 88 of Trent Snyder. If he can do it, more power to him, because nobody else has been able to find a way around Snyder so far tonight. Of course, that's the exact same thing that happened last year when he went on to win the event. And anytime you win something that's this big in short track racing, you kind of go around with a bullseye on your back.
1 year ago, Trent Snyder laid down a track record here in his first career JEGS All-Star Tour start and picked up the win. First career win, first career start. Started off pretty well, but we're back in Anderson for the second time. How good is this car this weekend?
You know, I hope it's real good. Yeah, last year was a great race for us and our team, and I'm really looking forward to get out on the track today. It's been cool temps, so I think the track will be fast, and yeah, I've been looking forward to this race for all the while since last year.
Did we bring the same setup as we had last year?
Yeah, I got just a little bit different stuff. I got a little more help from Advanced Racing Suspension, so I got some new shocks that we're looking forward to trying out this weekend. I think we're going to be even better yet than last year, so I'm really excited, and got great deals on the car for this weekend for a 1 race deal, so looking forward to running good for them.
Good luck tonight.
Thank you very much.
Back to the booth. Stephen?
Well, if you're trying to impress somebody, Trent, man, that's the way to do it. Get out front and stay there and show off those sponsor stickers. Trent Snyder in the 8 is your leader in the JEGS CRA All Star Tour Anderson 100. Back in a moment. Welcome back to the JEGS CRA All-Star Tour Anderson 100, brought to you by McGonigal Engine Performance and everyone at Bochette Timepieces, bochette-timepieces.com. Great place to watch a race. 1/4 mile of asphalt here at Anderson Speedway and 17-degree banking. And Cody Coughlin in the yellow number 1 car has been putting on a hard charge to try to get up front.
Your 2011 and reigning JEGS CRA All Stars Tour Rookie of the Year, Cody Coughlin makes his second visit here to the Anderson Speedway. You were here at the start when you were going to Anderson, not the finish that you wanted. But what did we change to make this car a little faster this year?
Well, we changed a few things. We got some different people working on the car, and I've got more experience as a driver, so that's always a big thing. So I'm really excited about the way the car's driven today. It's great. The JEGS.com Chevy it's rotating well in the center, and I can get up on the gas off the corner good. So I think we're going to have a good shot tonight. I think at least the top 5, I hope. It's a good car today.
Well, Rob, he's looking good for a top 5 right now because we just have a handful of laps remaining in the JEGS CRA All Star Tour Anderson 100, which has pretty much been dominated by last year's winner, Trent Snyder, in the number 88 car, who is now well into lap traffic, working his way on the high side. And officials here at Anderson have told lap traffic to lay over on the bottom side of the racetrack, and that helps the leaders get through. So there is your leader, the 88 of Trent Snyder. And you see that Great Deals signage from Great Deals Savings Magazine. Those people are going to be awfully, awfully happy because the white flag is out and their boy is running the point. Just 4 more turns to go as the officials wave the white flag. The 88 of Trent Snyder is going to try to make it 2 consecutive wins at the JEGS CRA All Star Tour Anderson 100, and he gets the job done and waves to a really solid crowd here at Anderson Speedway as the checkered flag flies. So Trent will drop the window net, head down to victory lane where he catches up with Rob Klepper.
As he climbs out of the race car, folks, let him hear you. Trent Snyder wins with the JEGS CRA All Stars Tour. And I'm going to guess that if he had to pick a track that may be his favorite, he might choose Anderson Speedway. And a great performance, Trent. Hey, congratulations, helmets off. They can hear you now, but 17 to go, caution comes out, that 54 car right alongside of you, going for 4 in a row. What was going through your mind?
Oh yeah, I hated seeing those cautions. We had such a nice early lead, and then, but yeah, that late caution. I know Daniel's obviously a phenomenal driver. He's got 3 in a row. He's won 5 of 7. So to be able to hold him off and to come home with this win, just couldn't be any happier.
How good was the car earlier? It seemed like it worked really good early, and then the guys kind of came to you. Or did the car slow up at the end of the race?
I think it stayed pretty close to the same. It was easy early in the race. We had a lot of clean traffic. It just kept clicking laps off, but it seemed pretty close at the end. It maybe got just a little snug on us, but not too bad. But I got to thank Great Deals for coming on for this race and supporting me. Liz Girl Logistics, Adrian Carriers, Overnight Wraps, Medwest, and I got to thank Phil Harper Motorsports for building such a great engine.
Congratulations on the win here in the Anderson 100.
Thank you very much.
Another guy who really drove the wheels off his race car tonight and almost won his 4th race in the row is the 54 of Daniel Hemric.
Well, for your current point leader with the JEGS All Stars Tour, it wasn't to be 4 in a row, but a 2nd place finish. A great points night. Just didn't look like you had enough for the 88.
Yeah, we gave it all we had. Trent was really good tonight, so congratulations to those guys for putting in such hard work. And every time they show up, they're really good. The end of our hurt us having to start, I believe it was 7th. Just had to go a little bit harder than we'd like to get to the front. Caution came out with 17 to go, and we knew it was a little better, but we tried to give it all we had to get the Jack Links car in victory lane, and just wasn't able to make it happen. But hats off Scott Neal, Hoyt Demas, Rich Clark, everybody puts this deal together. Can't thank all these fans for coming out. It's just it's an honor to be here. Just I wish we were one spot better.
Good run, bud.
Thank you.
A podium finish for the 11 of Josh Nelms and 100 laps. It looks like we're going to go all green, over 60 green flag. Did you expect that here tonight?
No, we went green for quite a long time there, and I got hung up in 4th. And finally, when I cleared for 3rd, I was looking for the 2nd place car. I didn't even see him. I had to look at the board because I thought maybe he pulled off the track. And then we started reeling him in. Then the caution came out. We were able to pick up some spots there under the yellow, and then we lost one there at the end. But this is the 8th race of the year, and this is our 8th top 10. So it's all about consistency in the year-long battle for the points championship.
So Trent Snyder takes home the win. One of the really interesting stories today, all the way down in 10th position, Tom Wooden. He started out on the point, got bumped out of 1st spot, and just went backwards for the rest of a rough day, really. Daniel Hemric in 2nd, Josh Nelms in 3rd. A big thanks to everybody at GM Performance Parts, Bochette Timepieces, and McGonigal Engines. I'm Stephen Cox for Rob Klepper. We'll see you next time from Anderson Speedway.